So here's the question, and if you are a hot person, we are super jealous of you. I don't think there's a greater superpower you can have in the planet than being a hot person, being an attractive
Is Allie
person.
back to not being hot, or?
Allie is... Let me look at her. Let me size her up.
Okay.
Nah, I wish I could say mean things about her, but she's... It's funny. I just put up a picture on our Instagram of the first picture of Allie and I together ever. This is the first time we've ever been in a picture together. The two of us took it.
You guys look like babies, yeah.
Yeah, and she's now back to looking more like that than when she went through her terrible phase in the middle.
Well, when we first got together,
You can say fat.
it was like...
That's offensive, so I'm just going to say terrible phase.
Okay, thanks so much. That's better. When we first got together and started doing radio together, it was like, the beginning of a relationship where you start gaining happy fat.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
we worked down the street from some really good breakfast places.
Yeah.
And you're really happy.
And I was really happy.
She looks about 250 happy is what she looks.
Yeah.
So anyway, but no, Allie's back to being hot again. So she is unfortunate.
So she's the dick here.
She's kind of the dick.
No, I'm not. Guys,
It's-
I'm not ever going to be like that.
It's time. Well, I think
I still have a wonky face, and my legs are two different sizes, and my...
This is what hot people do.
No,
they
no,
point
no,
out
no,
these
no.
weird things.
That
and
should
whatever.
come through
Oh,
the
yeah,
text line.
it's still normal.
Omar, here we go. I'm
my
so glad you
God.
said that because here we go. It's time for Don't Be a Dick, Hot People.
Don't.
And 213 on the text line says, how about the hot people that try to be all self-deprecating by spouting nonsense like I'm just average or my legs are misshapen or when I was a kid my thumbs were weird. I'm just a plain Jane. Shut the F up. You're hot. Accept it. Now in Allie's case, she's not
Klein,
that.
you know that's not me.
No, but I do know that there's a lot of real hot people like Sydney Sweeney and Emily Ratajkowski, and they will always, because they want that underdog story, they'll be like,
They're
when I
you
was...
know, both of my eyelashes are different.
Right. They'll either do that or they'll say, they do that thing where they're like, they need to come up with their good origin story. So they're like, God, when I was in fifth grade, the boys would never want to talk to me.
Yeah,
They'd be
I know. I remember when I was younger and I had a big crush on Jennifer Love Hewitt. That was like her story. She's like, I was a nerd and my boobs were so big that people made fun of me. And I was like, wow, that sounds terrible.
Devin on KROQ, don't be a dick, hot people. What is something that hot people do that just you can't stand?
Oh, Sweet Dibbit.
Sweet
Good
Dibbit.
morning, everybody.
Hi.
When you smile at them and they don't smile back, it's like, okay, thank you for making me feel more ugly.
Yeah.
I've definitely done that before.
I think
and
it's
they're
like...
just used to they're used to being smiled at. Or they think that, like, they're being hit on or something. So
Maybe
they're just
that's
like,
what
I'm
it
just trying
is.
to live my life.
I think that there is a feeling if you're super hot and you smile at anyone that they probably take that as like, oh, that's like their next, like the next move would be like, oh, let me go and talk to this person. They smiled at me. A hot person
I
smiled
have to talk
at me.
to them now.
So I think hot people have to like really not like, go over the top to just not smile at people like us. They save the smiles for other hot people. They must. Andy,
sucks.
it's a heat wave, so we're talking about hot people.
Hot people.
Hi, Andy.
Hey.
What
oh
is
my
it?
God. Am I on the radio?
You
You
are,
sure are.
and you're crushing it.
Holy shit.
Well,
Okay, well, that's...
Okay.
you can't say that.
Wow.
They were so excited to be on the radio, and they immediately dropped one of the only words we can't say.
on the text line 310, I hate the hot people who will try and look unhot by wearing ugly things.
Oh.
Stop wearing unfashionable things. That's our stuff.
By the way, this isn't why we hate hot people. It's more of like, don't be a dick. There are certain hot people that are, they're hot. They've already won the genetic lottery. They've figured it out. I was going to say that there's two that bug me, and I don't want to repeat it, and there's a couple coming through now on the text line as well, and on the phones, 800-520-1067. But whenever a hot person talks about why they're hot or something like a secret, they'll always say something that seems really expensive or hard to get. Like they'll say like, oh, ever since I started eating bee pollen or goji berries.
Right.
It's never like something that I could eat. Like it's never like Jack in the
You're
Box
like, ever
tiny
since
tacos.
I started licking mustard off of my shirt.
Right. I'm like, oh my God, I could do that. Like I always want it to be something that I'm like, I'm doing that, or I could do that. And it's never that. They never say like, you ever get the cheese fries from Shake Shack? Because that's the secret.
No.
It's always something that
They're like,
would,
I found a new topping from a acai bowl.
Right. I'm like, oh, damn
God
you,
damn.
hot people with the things I'm never going to do.
One thing I wanted to nominate for Don't Be a Dick Hot People is when you're in line and you're in a significant line and you think to yourself, well, there's a line, I'll get in it. And then a hot girl comes and she walks right past the line and right up to the front and thinks, oh, I don't have to wait in this line because I'm a hot person.
They
And
don't
then
even know
they
what lines are.
They don't even know what the line is. They just walk up and they kind of do it this thing like, oh, I just have a question about, and then suddenly they're walking away with the thing you were intending to buy.
Yeah, it's also similar. That same kind of thing that happens is when they don't realize, like for instance, things cost money, or like not everyone gets free dessert or free drinks when they go to restaurants.
Yes.
Like they speak about it like in a very matter of fact way. Like, oh, the service was great. I sat down, the waiter brought us around of free drinks.
I know.
And it's like I sat 2 tables away. They didn't bring me around of anything.
I was sitting by the bathroom.
But Allie's table was actually in the bathroom. Okay, Tim on Don't Be a Dick, Hot People. What do you got for us? Go ahead.
Thank you, Klein. I just want to say it's not the true hot people. Those have always been sweet. It's the ones that have been told they are hot or think they are hot and not.
Oh, you know what?
Like
That's an interesting. He's making an interesting point right there.
Yeah, there is a distinction for sure.
There is a distinction between the people that are genuinely hot and the people that are told they are hot.
Yeah, I think that is a thing that screws up your sense of self.
The people that work really hard and pay to become that level of hotness, like the Kardashians. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Right.
that's a great example.
If you build yourself hot as opposed to you were born with it.
Right.
Some people are.
Some people are just always going to be hot.
The other thing that's really weird about hot is that some people were like adorable or really cute babies and or kids, but grow up to be ugly adults. And on the
Not
flip
my sister. She was a cute baby and she's a hot person.
Yeah.
I don't know how it happened.
She really did get all the opposite of you in every way.
3714, I wanted to nominate the people about how they complain how ugly they are without makeup on. But it's like, stop, you're gorgeous all the time.
Yeah, there's that one too. That's a big one as well. And then the hot people that, according to this is from 323, constantly end up being the other woman and don't realize it's because they're hot. They're always going to be the other woman and say things like, I can't figure out why guys in relationships always cheat with me. Well, that
I don't know how that happens. Ugh, I always fall into these situations. 213 had a great nominee. These are like hot celebrities who always tell their fans how important inner beauty is.
Oh, that's a great one. There's nothing more important than inner beauty. It's so easy for you to say that. Right, because you've got outer beauty covered.
I know, and it's all Photoshop too, so what are you talking about?
All right, well, thank you. I think we've gone and put the hot people in their place for the day. This is KROQ, Klein Alley Show.